Hello, community tribe, friends, family, and students. Happy anniversary. Today is the 24-year anniversary of the day that we opened this Black Belt Leadership Academy. Back then, I called it Daimyo Martial Arts. That was the name of my very first school, and someone watching this will remember that. And while many things have evolved and we've changed our names a couple of times, the spirit of the thing is alive and well. And today, I want to talk a little bit on some of the elements, some of the things that have gone into making the school successful, preparing us for what's important next, and have grown myself and many black belt, confident, competent black belt leaders that have come along in these last 24 years. Today, I am proud and grateful for each and all of you for the opportunity God gave me and for this place and mission and a vision of what's next. And this morning, Barbara and I were talking over coffee, and I was like thinking about different ways to talk about, because 24 years is a big deal, right? It's an accomplishment, right? Like I feel I titled this thing 24 years young because I believe that the best is yet to come. And just as raising up a child in the way they should go, right? You got to instruct them, and you got to learn. They have to learn along the way. We got to learn them, right? And they become adolescents, and they go through that, and then they become adults. Like the boys behind me. Jihan Harley is 24 years old. He grew up with the dojo literally. I believe that I did in my philosophy and leadership and character as well, just as we have helped so many my other sons, but hundreds and hundreds of people grow into confident, competent black belt leaders over the last 24 years, and we're proud and grateful for all of it. Today, I want to talk about, when asked, what are the things that you did right? Because look, I could also give a discussion on all the things we did wrong. We have had to navigate and endure and learn from and persevere through many hard times, and through some which are just things that happen in the world. Things that people call there's all kinds of names for the economic downturns, or the pandemics, or the problems, right? Like there's those things that happen to us, and then there's the things that happen because of us, and we've had to survive and thrive through many of those. But when I talk about some of the things that we've done right, one is focus. Focus is the ability to block out distractions and concentrate on what's important. And while my focus has not always been perfect, we started with a good vision and a mission. We knew that we wanted to create a place where people could grow, where we could improve individuals and families and societies one black belt at a time, where we would empower lives through martial arts. And of course, the mission piece of that statement has evolved into, we develop confident, competent black belt leaders prepared to survive and thrive in any situation, and empowered to lead where they're at and into their future. And the same things that have grown the school over these years are the same things that prepare people for that future to survive and thrive. Focus, respect for self and respect for others. Discipline, the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Confidence, gratitude, and vision. These are of course, the 6 foundational black belt superpowers that I coined in my book, the book that I wrote in 2020 while we were going through that pandemic, right? And they're the 6 black belt superpowers that we begin to develop when a student comes on with us through the basic training program, and then on through our black belt leadership program, to create those confident, competent black belt leaders. And today I wanted to share a few of my favorite black belt principles as well that are up there, and I'm just going to go quickly through them. I'm not going to teach any of them all the way, but I think all of this is relevant to growing a business, to growing an individual, to growing a family, to making the best in our society, all those things, right? One is the power of and, not or. We live in a world of abundance, not scarcity. So, the black belt doesn't think, can I do this? He thinks, how can I do this? And we don't say you can have this or that. We say the power of and. You can have, as an example, you can have a great family life and a great professional life. You can, have a great physical life and a great financial life. You can have, right? Like you don't have to choose these things as is sometimes presented. It's the power of and. Um, Below that, well, actually, I'm gonna leave that one for last. Let's go to L cubed, lifelong learner. Thank you, Brian Tracy. If a single thing has continued to grow me, and then subsequently the school and my teams and my tribe over all these years, it's the attitude of being a lifelong learner. And thank you, Tony Robbins, for Kanai, constant and never-ending improvement. And Perry is the principle. Of course, we call it Perry because of the martial arts, but plan, act, review, improve. It's a tool that we use in order to actually be able to experience Kanai, to affect Kanai. And then some of my favorites are life is 10% what happens to us and 90% how we react to what happens to us. And I can tell you, that's for sure relevant to the story of this dojo. And then finally, one that I often go back to, whether it's in teaching, training a member of my team, or rather it's for my own edification at times. And that's the circle of concern and the circle of control. I can't even remember where I first got that one. I don't know if it was Dr. Stephen Covey or somewhere else, but like most things, I'm sure it wasn't totally original. It came through the power of lifelong learning. But it's been one of the most fundamental ones for me in surviving and thriving in the building of this business, in spite of many, many times that it could have gone a different way. In spite of many failures that we got to learn from. And it's the circle of concern and the circle of control. And what it says is the circle of concern are all these things that we care about. And the circle of control are all these things that we can actually do something about. And the power in the principle is that it's only in the union of that Venn diagram that we should invest our time, energy, and attention. Our time, energy, and attention. Because we know that energy flows where focus goes. We also know that our attitude and our emotions, our thoughts and beliefs, and our actions, reactions, and thus the results that we create in our lives are created, by how we think, our mindset, right? And when you stress out about things outside of your control, nothing positive comes from that. So while this is a very difficult one for many, many people to accept, it's such an important one. Invest time, energy, and attention on the thing that you both care about and can control. And it does not mean that you're relinquishing control on the other things. It means that you're doing the part that you can do something about, that you are focusing your time, energy, and attention in a positive and productive way. And like I said, it's the thing that we've done over the last 24 years. In the school, it's one of the many black belt leadership principles that we teach that create confident, competent black belt leaders prepared to survive and thrive in any situation, empowered to lead where they're at and into their future. This still wasn't a really short message. There's just so much I wanted to talk about. More than anything, though, if you've listened this long, I'm just so proud and grateful. I'm proud and grateful that I get to give this message, and we've come 24 years today. Proud and grateful for all the great people that have helped, and even the ones that tried to hurt, for the lessons that they taught. I'm grateful to God, of course, who makes my crooked way straight and has allowed us to come this far. And to, like I said, to great teams that have helped along the way. Some that don't work with us on a regular basis anymore, but are still members of this tribe. And all the many students that have come through it, all the confident, competent black belt leaders, walking, talking products of the program and the system that have gone on to do great things in the military, in academia, in ministry work, and the ones that have stayed to help us make this next training evolution, the best training evolution, because we have goals and vision to become even better, stronger, faster than we've ever been before, to make a positive impact on many more people's lives. And for all of you listening that have listened this far, and then especially if you're a part of this movement already, we're proud of and grateful to have you. Thank you. Let's make it a really awesome anniversary day.